Rolling?
How'd you check?
One thing that you really like about Tej?
About Teju?
Yeah.
One thing only. Wow.
Okay, 3 things. Larissa, you also bonded with Vennela, Kishore. We see you exchange tweets and stuff.
Me and Teju pulling Kishore's leg, and both of them pulling my leg. So then we end up being like very good friends.
I heard that Satya actually pulled a prank and he proposed to you while you were shooting.
Okay, what if we get married? What? You're crazy. And then I told Teju, he proposed me. Teju was like, what?
What were the best moments of shooting for a film like Thikka?
Don't ask a special moment because all of them are so special for me. I felt like emotional. I was almost crying as usual.
Most challenging part about the journey?
Good question. I think being away from your parents, from your house.
Hi Larissa, thanks for being on the show and welcome to Tollywood.
Thank you so much.
You mark your debut with Thikka. How is the feeling?
I feel great. I feel like the word would describe my entire experience. It's gratitude, because I feel like and blessed. I feel like amazed. It was every single day. It was beautiful for me. It was incredible experience and everything was great.
Right. So those words actually show how emotional you are, and
yes.
You even broke down at the audio launch.
Yeah.
So what was going through your mind?
My mind in that moment, It was like how blessed I am. And I thought about my family, which they were all watching me. And I thought, like I said, when I was saying thank you so much, thank you for everything, I felt like, okay, bye, see you guys. I didn't want to like mean bye, see you.
Right.
I just wanted to say like, how to express, it's not one goodbye, you understand?
Right.
It's like we are here and it's just the beginning of something. So I felt everything came on my mind in that moment. I couldn't handle. And when I saw Teju beside me, he was like, and I felt like, oh my God, I can't handle, really.
Right.
And I felt like that moment blessed to be there and happy to see everyone, so many people. When I was looking for each one of them like this, like that, and they was all like this, like so excited, and that it feels amazing. I felt really, really blessed to be there.
Right. And what were your parents' remarks? They were watching you.
They were watching me
live from Brazil.
Yeah.
So how did they feel? What did they think?
They were sending me message like, oh my God, I'm crying. I'm gonna cry. How beautiful! And they was feeling so happy for me. And even my grandmother, she was also watching. My great grandmother, she was watching. All of them was watching, and they started sending message like, it feels so good to see you, like to be where you are now, and after all the struggles and everything, to have this new experience, a new step in your life.
Right.
They told me like it feels so. They was feeling so proud. They're feeling really proud.
Right. So at the audio launch, did you ever feel the kind of adulation that Tej has, the fan following and the family that he comes from? Yeah. Did you ever get to know of it when you were shooting?
I got to know in the beginning,
right.
But for me what matters, it's more like who he was with me,
right.
who he is with me,
right.
and the way he cares, like the way he treats me. Right. And to be a new in the industry and not from here, and the way he used to talk to me, and whenever I was like feeling a little bit nervous, afraid of that moment of saying something wrong, of doing something wrong, right. He was there like, relax, breathe, everything's fine, take your time. So for me, what matters the most, it was more who he really are, and especially with me.
Right.
So.
Right. So, Larissa, we've seen you. I mean, although in a very small role in Go Go Are Gone, this has been the first feature film for you.
Yeah.
Although the journey has been for a while, you've done commercials and everything. How was it to be part of a full-length film? Like, how was it very challenging? Or
It was very challenging, very much, because I had to learn the language.
right.
I had to learn like how Indian girls really are, and I had to give life to someone, to my character, in a certain way which I was living
Right.
completely her.
Right.
So it was a big challenge for me,
Right.
because usually TVCs and ads, you don't have to talk,
Yeah.
or even if you have to talk, you don't. It's not that much. But giving life to someone and living that person, it's challenging.
Right. So, what was your character like, and what was she called?
Anjali,
Right. And
my sweet little girl, not little girl, but yeah, she's very in love, very much in love, and she's very sweet
right.
and funny.
Mhm. So, are you like that in real?
I am like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it must have been a little easier for you to play that character.
To play the character.
Right. And did you take any lessons?
I had a class for because I had to learn the language, right? So I had to know what I was talking and how to talk. And then I had a classes for this.
Mm-hmm.
My teacher, she was Bhikshu, her husband, her daughter. They are like family for me now.
Right.
And they helped me a lot,
Mm.
because one thing is you just speak, another thing is you have to understand, to say what and to express about that.
Right.
So it was a process of
Mm.
learning, understanding and acting.
Right. So when you say the language and you took lessons for it, what kind of lessons? Like, was it like proper Telugu lessons or acting lessons?
To learn how to the Telugu.
Cool.
Yeah.
So
But I felt it's really, once you know,
right.
it's really easy.
Mm.
No? Say that it's easy. Because it is easy.
Right. So I'm guessing it's easier for you because you know Chinese, and then
Yeah, I know
you know
Chinese.
Portuguese. That's your own language, and so are you someone who picks up language very
I
fast?
love language.
Right.
And when they told me that, when I had the first meeting with my director, Sunil sir, he said, but you're not speaking Hindi and you're not talking in English. You have to talk in Telugu.
Right.
I was like, Telugu? Wow, how is this language? I really love language. My actually favorite language, it's French.
Right.
But I don't speak at all. I really want to learn one day, but anyway, now I'm in the Telugu process. And when I learned the Chinese, I got like really fast, and Portuguese is my own language.
Right.
And yeah, I really like language.
Right. So how did you pick up Chinese? Because you lived there? Or?
Because I lived there.
Right.
Yeah,
So how long were you there?
5 years.
And what did you do?
I was modeling, and I was having like, I used to have a person with me, which this girl, she said, I want to learn Portuguese. And I was like, okay, so I teach you Portuguese, you teach me Chinese. But she was just like from all the, like my work area, you know. And she said, but Portuguese is difficult. This was like 6 years ago, 6-7 years ago. And then she started saying, okay, I'm gonna teach you the basics. But I usually get like this, like if I heard you speaking, and I will ask you like, what did you just say? And then I keep that on my mind.
Right.
And for me, living in different countries is not only work, it's learn the language, the live in a different way.
Yeah.
So yeah, China, I was
So you've been away from home, Larissa, for a very long time now.
Almost 10 years.
Right. So, and you lived in Thailand as well. So all of these were stints of modeling or commercials?
Yeah, commercials.
Right. Right. And you were tied up with an agent.
Campaigns and all. So yeah.
And you were signed in with an agency, right?
Yeah.
From Brazil. Okay. And when was that moment that you decided you wanted to be part of Indian cinema?
I actually, when I first came, I heard that here it's a lot of about movies, about ads and everything. So I always wanted to act.
Right.
Not only be in a photo shoot, but I always wanted to do something else. So when I got the first ads and everything, I was like, wow, this is so nice. The camera keeps like on and it just keep doing and everything. And I thought it would be the same for movie, okay? But when I got this first opportunity, my Thikka, I saw it's completely different. And then I fell in love with the way you guys work,
Right.
the way it is to work in a movie, and by the professionalism of everyone, then now I'm in love. I just want to act.
Right. So when was the moment that Rohin actually approached you and you got this role?
Last year,
Last
when
year.
he saw me.
Okay.
He saw me last year and he said, I would like you to be the heroine of my movie, Thikka, and he told me about the character. And then I was like, okay. And then he said, when Sunil sir said, you speak in Telugu, I was like, oh, okay. And then I came down to Hyderabad and I had to say a few dialogues and I got like really difficult like accent and everything. And then I was like, okay, I really want this. It's a challenge in my life and I want to take the opportunity. And then that's how we started.
Right. So how did Rohin spot you?
Mahindra Gusto ad.
Okay. Yeah. So that's how they reached out to you.
Yeah.
Okay. And you were in Mumbai.
Mumbai.
Right. So how is India treating you?
India is my second home, first of all. So I love here. My mom came here also, and she's like, I feel comfortable leaving you because I know you're safe. I know you are in a good place, and I feel here is my second home. I feel the energy of the place, and how the people are. Everything from it so catchy. I'm a very emotional person. Yeah. For me, if the care and how warm the person is, it catches me a lot. So it makes me fall in love with the place so easy.
So are you someone who believes in energies?
Yes.
Yeah. Great. So how was Tej's energies? Supposedly very energetic on the sets and great dancer as well.
Great dancer.
Right.
Great actor and
great person too.
Great person, and yeah, since the beginning, we were close. We became close, but now you're closer. Like we became really good friends. His energy it makes me feel so good.
Right.
It's really good.
Right. What's that one thing that you really like about Tej?
About Teju?
Yeah.
One thing only. Wow.
Okay, 3 things.
I like his happiness.
Right.
He's always smiling and he's always troubling me. He's always like, Ladi, and I feel like, oh my God, stop this. And that it's the fun that we have on sets. And I love his heart, the way he is.
Right.
He's a really simple person and he's really warm. He's really welcome. He treats everyone so nicely, which is really good.
Great. Larissa, you also bonded with Vennela Kishore. We see you exchange tweets and stuff. Okay, and stuff like that. How did you guys, end up being such good friends?
We had scenes together.
Right.
We was working together, and then we start being more like good friends.
Right.
So when we start the Twitter thing, we start just making fun, like me and Kishore pulling Teju's leg, and me and Teju pulling Kishore's leg, and both of them pulling my leg. So then we end up being like very good friends.
So you told me an interesting story this morning about how you pull their legs saying, okay. So
okay.
Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, he's like, we start talking with each other on Twitter, and then Teju replies something, okay. I was like, what is this?
Right.
Why, okay, what it means? And then Kishore replied to him, okay. I was like, what is this, guys? Just okay. So then yesterday he said something like, I know. I was like, what do you know? Okay, that's what you know. So then we're always pulling each other legs.
Right.
Because I just retweet some interview but some post that they did in Times of India. So then Kishore replied to that, okay. And then everyone was like, someone is it's feeling jealous and everything. So yeah, we are always making fun of each other.
Right. So you also shot with Raghu Babu and Saptagiri, right?
Saptagiri.
Right. So how was the bonding with them?
What can I say? Words can describe how I feel, like my feeling towards them. Saptagiri, he's amazing, so sweet, and he's always singing some songs with my name between. And Raghu Babu, he's like, oh my god, I feel he's like, you know when you feel like family, and all of them. I feel now that when I'm in Hyderabad, I just wanted to meet all of them, even who is not from here, but I just feel like they all became family for me. Even the way they treat me, you know.
Right.
And Satya also.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, all of them.
So we heard that Satya actually pulled a prank and he proposed to you while you were shooting in Malaysia. Yeah.
Yeah, in Malaysia.
Right. So
actually, he came and we was just having fun, and he came and he said, "Okay, what if we get married? Then pretend we are getting married." And we was just pulling some Chinese girl legs, and because he was talking to her,
right.
something like not even Hindi, Telugu, English, whatever. He was creating some different language, and then he told her this, and she was like, "Huh?" The expression of her made us laugh a lot. So then he was like, we were just having fun and walking around, and then he said, "What if we get married?" Then I was like, "What? You're crazy." And then I told Teju, he proposed me. Teju was like, "What? Did he propose to you?" I was like, "Yes." He said, "What if we get married? Pretend that we are married." And then we start these jokes between the set, like between the scenes. And always when I see Satya now, I feel like, you're sending me message saying that you want to marry me. And then Teju started pulling his legs. Yeah, we just became really good friends.
right. And you also shot in Leh, right? And the temperatures were like really cold.
Really cold, but I was feeling really cold, but that moment was incredible. Like, we had amazing amazing time, and beautiful location.
Right.
And we were all having fun. We were all like, we had a lot of fun, a lot.
Right. And did you have to shoot with Manara, or you didn't
I
have to?
shot with her in Malaysia, but we didn't have so much like scene together.
Okay.
So yeah.
Right. So, and what were the best moments of shooting for a film like Thikka?
I don't ask a special moment, because all of them are so special for me. The song now that we shot, we was on the set, and I was laying down in the sand, and suddenly the drone was like, I couldn't hear anything. So the drone was right like close to me, and suddenly I heard someone saying like, okay. So then when I looked, everyone from the production, all the crew, everyone, my director, my producer, all of them was coming, like running. I was like, oh my god, what's going on? What's going on? I thought something was happening behind, and they were all like, let's just say goodbye. We're just so happy that we finally finished and everything. So that moment for me, I felt like emotional. I was almost crying, as usual.
You didn't want it to end.
I didn't want to end. I don't want to have Thikka as like now it's the end. You understand? I want to have this like on my life for
So the first film, so I'm sure it's feeling really special for
yeah,
you.
really special.
Right. So did you have the same feeling when you actually did your first commercial or even modeling assignments?
When I start modeling, I had a feeling like of a new step, of a new thing in my life. But when I start this movie, it was not only a step, it was like a jump.
Yeah.
You understand?
Right.
So for me, now it is special for me when I start my career. When I was so young.
Right.
I was just 14 years old, and I left my mom, I left my family. And that was so special for me. I remember every single day.
Right.
And every single thing that happened with me. But now, I don't know, it's really special.
Right.
It's really
Larissa, a little ago you said that it was a challenge to come this far in your life.
Yeah.
What about it was the most challenging part about the journey?
Good question. I think being away from your parents, from your house, and in the same time making new friends and learning things in a different way. I mean, language, studying bodies, because I had to know how Indian girls usually they react, they talk, and I think the most challenging part for me was being here away from my family and learning the language. But once I got the language, I was feeling so happy.
Yeah, you're on a roll.
Now yeah, and then I always had my family support, and even when the part that got me the most, in a way, like in a hard way, was now in Feb that I came to Hyderabad. My mom left to Brazil, and then when I came to Hyderabad, I got to know that I lost my great-grandfather. So that moment for me was the first time in the entire shooting, the entire movie, that I felt like really down. But then I was like, okay, he always wanted me to be somewhere else. Like, he always believed on me, so I was like, okay, I'm here for him as well.
Right.
So,
So was the family very supportive of your decisions?
In the beginning, they was a little bit afraid of being away, like having me really away from them. But now they are really supportive. They're really happy and proud.
Right.
So yeah.
Larissa, you just said that you kind of learned the nuances of how the Indian women, emote or behave. What did you do to get those nuances right? Did you watch a lot of films?
A lot of films, and even once I used to go for like a walk or shopping, whatever. I used to just see and pay attention, like how they're gonna react about few things.
Right.
And some girls are really loud, some girls are really like quiet. So then I got some special part of each and every girl that I saw and that I've watched in the movies, and I got and I give a life to Anjali.
Right. So was there any cultural shock
No.
when you moved to India?
When I moved, yes.
Yeah.
But now for me, no.
No.
In the beginning, it
eased
was.
out.
It was like everything's so different. Everything's so different. And the people there are very much of good energy, and that's what I said to you. Like, I feel a lot of energy. I like these things. And the people made me feel really comfortable. And in the beginning, when I was like, wow, it's a shock for me, then I start like knowing and seeing all these small things.
Right.
So in the beginning it was, but now I'm very comfortable. Yeah.
Right. What does your name mean?
My name means full of happiness.
Ah, great. Such a nice name, right?
Yeah.
What's coming up next for you after Thikka? Have you decided what you want to do, or are you taking it one step at a time?
Now, one step at a time, but I'm up to new projects and everything. I still I'm so excited for the movie release.
Right.
And so now I'm focused on this movie,
Right.
but I'm waiting forward to start a new one.
Fantastic. Well, on that note, I let you go, and I wish you life full of happiness,
Thank you
like
so
your
much.
name means.
Thank you,
And
thank you.
thank you so much for talking to us
Thank you
and
so much.
having come all the way.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Good
Thank
luck.
you so much.
Wishing you a super hit, and a great run in the industry
Thank
as
you
well.
so much. Thank you.